What's good, world? It's your boy RES to the T, 100 if you ain't already know. Blockchain bully, you already know. Steam it, Steam block, that's where we at. Reporting live, man. I got a moment to myself to collect my thoughts and everything and recap kind of what's been going on. My wife is currently due any moment, so I'll definitely keep y'all updated with that. But man, Bitcoin broke over $3,000 within the last few days at about almost 3,400. All I can say is if you got any change, if you got anything you got saving, I was just with one of my homeboys just yesterday. And we sat down, got on Bittrex, and I made him buy 8,000 shares worth of Steam yesterday. I told him it's not a game. I don't know what you're waiting for, but if you got money just sitting around somewhere, you're not doing nothing with it anyway, put it into this. Because cryptocurrency, as minute as it may sound to the everyday person, needs to be more more word of mouth needs to be happening, and especially from people like myself, public figures, idols, and the eyes of a lot of people who are younger, who may be older. It's an important thing to get behind because, you have to believe in the aspect of your money being able to work for you. If you cannot see your money working for you, then nobody else is going to understand that. You can save it, you can let it grow dust, it'll never do anything. You can put it in a bank, gain a small interest. I'm talking about people who have turned into millionaires overnight because they invested in the right coin, and at the time was Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still very popular, very well invested into. There are a lot of other coins following behind Bitcoin. I mean, the numbers keep going up. I mean, they're projecting this thing to hit 5 grand within the year. So if that happens, just see a major shift. What you need to understand is, like I said, no matter what the amount is, have some stake in this. Have some shares in your corner benefiting you and yours. And it may not happen overnight. Nobody's saying that. But what it will guarantee is that if something does happen overnight, you're at least vested into it. Don't miss out on an opportunity that when it becomes too popular, is too costly to get involved. This is where those small opportunities in life come in for you to grasp hold and for you to really take charge in what's going on. Because if you don't take charge and if you don't grasp hold to what's going on, you're going to lose out on a major opportunity. This is a big, big opportunity. Like I said, this thing broke $3,000. Easy profit for those who were involved when it was just 25, 27. That's an easy profit. But at the end of the day, at the rate that it's going, why would you want to stop there? Not to mention, we got the Steam block right here. Steam it, one of the platforms on there. And it's like, if you don't see the benefactors in Steam it alone, I'm talking about a platform that virtually is idealistically the same as Facebook, but you're getting paid now instead of just posting for free. Like, that gives power to the people, the platform, the investors, all 360 degrees all the way around. And the transparency is impeccable because there's nothing to hide. You're going to be able to see what you vested into the company, what you put into the platform, and what you can do basically with what content that you're producing. You have to be that's the first step in any investment. You have to see value in yourself. If you don't see value in yourself, you're not gonna invest. Because either A, you're making excuses, B, you're living beyond your means, or C, you just can't see past tomorrow. At some point you grow up. At some point you start looking past what's happening today. and you start looking towards the future. I mentor a lot of young youth. I mentor a lot of people who are drug addicted, who are alcoholics, and you name it. I've given my advice, and I give advice. And if it's anything that I can advise anybody who listens to me, pays attention, get involved in cryptocurrency. Get involved into the Steam blockchain, Steam it, whatever you want to look at that as. It's a part of what I'm doing right now, and I believe in that. So if I have strong beliefs in that, it's worth looking into, because it's a proven factor that I'm using that is showing improving in many different ways. I got my wife creating posts. I got my kids talking about they wanting to create posts and stuff like that. So it's like, who am I to say that you can't start investing in yourself? If my kid wants to start this at 10 years old, by all means, do what you got to do. I'm not going to stop you. This is your future, and you have every right to build it, as does the next person. So inspire not only yourself to think out of the norms, but inspire people around you. Inspire people you don't know. I meet strangers all the time, and I let them know, yo, I blog for a living. This is what I do. I talk about other people's stuff. I talk about good things. I talk about bad things. And at the end of the day, this is what it's about right now. Self-investment. This is what should matter. Nothing else should matter. Because if you're not self-invested, then you just become a consumer. And if you're not a consumer that has already been invested, well, then you're a broke consumer. What do you want to be? You have to make that decision. You can hear the advice every day. But what have you really put into yourself and invested into yourself? That's what people need to think about. That's the things that really need to get across to a lot of the common day folk who are not thinking about that, or not thinking about a future whatsoever. You have to have a plan A through Z. It's the biggest thing right now. And for this to be happening, it's a perfect time to start looking and doing some research on different things that you could be investing in, specifically cryptocurrency. But if you haven't, man, I highly advise it. I highly advise it. I'm over here selling different things on eBay and whatnot, and Craigslist, just to get whatever extra change I can, just to make sure I'm vested into this. I want to make sure that if anything should happen, I got my fair share of what I'm due in crypto. So make sure you look into that. Also, I want to let everybody know, due to the current circumstances of my wife's condition, we are just waiting, really, because she's literally days away. We're waiting for her to go into labor and have the baby. That way we can proceed with recording SNV. Like I said, we don't want to be in the middle of a recording. She goes into labor, and then there's just a lot of stuff going on right now. But I do appreciate everybody's support. I do appreciate everybody's commentary. Definitely shout out to everybody who re-steams my posts, man. I love y'all. Definitely appreciate that, spreading the word out there. And like I said, just keep on the lookout. We're gonna have the next episode shortly. I'm thinking it should be next week, because hopefully the baby will be here by then. They're talking about inducing her, so we'll see what goes on with that. But again, I appreciate everybody showing love for Rest 100, supporting my family out here in the crypto world. And yeah, man, definitely give this an upvote. Re-steam, you know what to do. It's Rest 100, y'all. Peace. Oh yeah, make sure if you got a high vested interest in poker, crypto style, it's gonna be some information at the bottom of my post, man. Check that out. Get signed up. You already know what time it is. Like I said, be on the lookout for some of this new music by yours truly. I'm kind of holding back from releasing it, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of waves happening right now, and I don't want to be caught up in that. I like to have my own entry. So I do have crypto music in the bank. I will be releasing Some other songs I do have, but specifically the crypto music, I'm kind of holding that back. So it's here, it's written, it's available. I'm just not putting it out yet. They're not ready. So be on the lookout. It's Rest 100. Peace.